There's a whole generation coming that will never have experienced the world without AI. I'm back, and I could get in trouble for this video, but in the year of our Lord 2025, we have to talk about it. AI, artificial intelligence, in art, music, film, everything. As there was an industrial revolution, we are in the age of the industrial renovation. And to know what's going on and how it will affect us as artists, we've got to look at the past, present, and speculate on the future. But we also need to talk about the cost. Have you ever used Photoshop's content-aware fill? Quantized a portion of music in Pro Tools or another DAW? AI in the arts isn't brand new. CGI breakthroughs powered films like Jurassic Park, Toy Story in the 90s. That's early AI. The groundwork's been here. What's different now is scale and accessibility. What once took whole studios and expensive gear is now inside your laptop, or even your phone. One of the first significant AI systems was AIArt, built by Harold Cohen beginning in the late 1960s. AIArt was a symbolic, rule-based system. It drew images using programmed rules, producing original drawings and images without being told exactly what to draw. Fast forward to Critterz, slated to debut at Cannes in 2026. It's an animated film being made largely with AI tools like DALL-E and image-generating models. Artists will feed in sketches, human voice actors will perform, but the animation, many visuals, production speed and cost are all leaning heavily on AI. The budget is under $30 million, timeline just 9 months. Compared to traditional animation projects that might take 3 years and cost several times more. So the contrast is big. From early systems like AIArt that were mostly experimental, rule-driven curiosities, to Critterz, which aims to be a mainstream, feature-length film, mass-distributed, mixing human and AI work, both for speed, scale, and lower cost. While it's still just barely uncanny valley, it shows how far the tools and expectations have shifted. Right now, AI is baked into creative pipelines, whether we notice it or not. Netflix uses algorithms not just to recommend shows, but to greenlight them, based on what's trending. Disney's experimenting with AI for background actors, more on that in a second, digitally scanning extras so they don't need to be rehired. On the flip side, indie filmmakers are using AI to generate visual effects they could never afford otherwise. And musicians, tools like Suno and AIArt are cranking out soundtracks for TikToks and YouTube videos. So the tech is everywhere. And depending on who you ask, it's either the most empowering moment in creative history or the end of the world. So here's where it gets messy. Corporations see AI as a cost cutter. Why hire dozens of storyboard artists when an AI can spit out 100 options overnight? Why pay freelance illustrators when stock AI art can fill the gap? We saw this during the Hollywood writers and actors strike. Contracts had to include protections against studios replacing people with AI. The fear isn't imaginary. Corporations lean on AI for the bulk of their content. You'll see a hollowing out of creative jobs, especially for the working class artists who keep the industry running. So traditionalists warn that AI shortcuts erase one of the most vital parts of becoming an artist, the process of learning. Struggling through anatomy studies, mastering perspective, or spending years with brush and canvas is what deepens technical understanding and sparks the evolution of style. Picasso wasn't always shapes and colors. His style grew from a foundation of classical training and techniques he spent years refining. That path, trial, failure, discovery, is what's driven every major artistic movement in history. If new generations skip straight to polished outputs without the grind of learning, traditionalists fear we'll lose that evolutionary push, replacing genuine innovation with endless remixing of what already exists. Flip side, AI proponents counter that creativity itself is evolving. There's a whole generation coming that will never have experienced the world without AI. The person prompting the machine still has to know what they want, how to refine it, and how to push the technology towards something meaningful. In that sense, prompting becomes its own form of craft, a language for guiding AI towards unique results. The argument is that the amalgamation of outputs pulling from vast data sets, remixing styles, blending unexpected techniques and influences is an evolution in itself. Just like collage, sampling, digital editing once expanded the definition of what counts as art, AI offers a new way for imagination to manifest. For these advocates, the role of the artist doesn't vanish, it transforms into the director, the curator, the one who shapes infinite possibilities into something that resonates. Beginners might feel crushed before they even start. If an AI can draw in seconds what would take years to learn, why even try? That kills motivation before real talent has a chance to form. Working class artists, freelancers, commission-based creators, and mid-level professionals are in the toughest spot. Their clients will ask, why pay you $200 for a commission when I can get something close enough from an app? That's not theory. That's happening already in the real freelance world in real time as we speak. Established artists with big audiences, personal brands, and recognition, they'll weather a little better. People don't just buy their art, they buy them. But the vast majority of artists aren't at that level yet. So where's it headed? It comes down to how we, as creators and as audiences, choose to use it. As it stands, AI is the right tool in the hands of the wrong people. If it's treated as a shortcut for cheap content, then yeah, we'll see a wave of forgettable, soulless art. But if it's treated as an instrument, the story changes. We've had carrier pigeons to fax machines to emails. Humans steer the vision, robots do the heavy lifting. And at the end of the day, isn't that the point of technology? I'd like to thank you guys so much for coming to my video today. For everybody who's stuck with me throughout the years, who's still subscribed on YouTube, I don't know why you did it, but I appreciate you guys so much. So thank you for subscribing to this channel, and I'm happy to be back. It's been a long time. Maybe I'll catch you up on everything that's happened, but I'm in a brand new spot. I'm filming a lot of new stuff in front and behind the camera. There's so much going on, and if you guys want to follow me and support what I do, and for those of you who have been, if you want to continue, make sure you follow me on Instagram and TikTok. And if you're on YouTube, I haven't said this in a few years, comment, like, subscribe, and share. I want to hear your thoughts on art and the future of AI. See you guys next time.